Sean has thanked the judges. It's great that Jeremy and Michaela can be here tonight. I'd like to make the first award, which is for the local journalist. And if I can ask Adrian Mogosh to come up here, I'll read the citation, and Sean is going to do the award, the actual award. Adrian was born in Cluj in 1974. I'm told that's in Transylvania. I checked that with him. He graduated from the Faculty of Journalism at the West University of Timisoara, and he followed up with postgraduate studies in Slovakia. And since 2004, he's worked for the Bucharest-based daily newspaper Jornal Național. At the same time, he's been a member of the Romanian Centre for Investigative Journalism. Since then, he's built a considerable reputation as an investigative journalist. And, you know, Sean alluded to those stories. I can just say, go on the website, read those stories. I think it's a fantastic storytelling again. And the judges described his stories as captivating. They praised his great initiative, his persistence and ingenuity. And it said that he revealed a series of horrifying practices in Europe and exposed violations of human rights. So, Adrian Mogosh, congratulations.
Thank you for this introduction. I was sanitized to thank someone for this prize, but I only have to say that I would really like to thank those people who didn't support my work. In the sense that years after years they said, you cannot do this, especially the slavery story. It took me like 2 years to get all the data. Or the forged identity story, which said that which also took me like 1 year, and they said it's not possible to do this. So I want to thank them because they made me much more determined to
Thank you. Adrian will join the panel shortly. So if I can ask Stephen Gray to come up, please. The freelance category winner is Stephen Gray. There are no secrets in these awards, but it's posted all over the website, so there's no sort of funny sort of surprise moment. Stephen's a freelance writer, a reporter. He's based here in London, covers security issues for both newspaper, television and radio. Former foreign correspondent and insight editor of the Sunday Times. He continued to work for the paper, but now as a freelancer, covering most recently the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan, which you can read about. He's also written regularly for publications including the New York Times, The Guardian, Prospect magazine, and Le Monde Diplomatique. He's best known for his work on reporting the CIA's rendition program, which resulted in his first book, Ghost Plane. And since 2007, he's been reporting on the war in Afghanistan, particularly in Helmand and in Kandahar, where he reported in the spring and early summer of this year. He's made several films for Channel 4 Dispatches, the BBC Newsnight, Radio 4's File on 4, and he's currently working on an assignment for the PBS documentary series Frontline. The judges commended Stephen Gray for what they said was his compelling narrative and excellent analysis. They praised his ability to make a complex war understandable to the ordinary reader. Stephen Gray.
Thank you very much. I think the bit you missed out in all the description of freelancing is that actually there's tremendous fun, which I think reflects through the what I read of what I hear of Kurd. And you don't have to do all the boring stories, you know, just the stories you want to do, which is the great thing. And I think that I've been a freelance pretty much by accident, really, just because not necessarily by choice, just reflecting what I wanted, you know, just trying to follow the stories that I wanted to follow. But I just would like to thank you very much for this. I was gobsmacked to receive it, and you know, I know it's tradition to say you feel humble, but just reading some of the, I've covered a lot of trite in my time. I was covering royal stories, I think, for the Daily Express when Kurt was reporting from Sarajevo, and reading the cast of judges here among my sort of heroes in journalism. I don't know them, but it's a tremendous honour that they should read my stuff, and I don't think any of us will match the sheer humanity and power of writing that you read from Kurt's work, and also independence at the same time. I think that's the real challenge. I think freelancing is all about trying to resist the herd instinct. You've got that freedom and not just to go along with everyone else, but at the same time, capture the human moments, but at the same time, stepping back from it all. And that's what I take from some of these journalistic heroes that I see mentioned here and from Kurt, and what I'll continue to aspire to. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to hand over now to Sheena MacDonald, who's going to run the panel for us. If I can ask the two prize winners and our panelists, David and Killer, to take their position.